What's up everyone, Wolfman here, back at it again with another LEGO Star Wars review, and today I'm doing another First Order Starfighter, a TIE Interceptor, but this one is of a particular character from another series of Star Wars called Star Wars Resistance. Unfortunately, they only came out with two different sets from that series, and the other one I do not have, but this one I do. Now before I get into the review itself, just a quick reminder of the upcoming review on my Grand Fleet, which will consist of starfighters from many different factions, including Republic, Rebel, Empire, First Order, and anything in between, such as Mandalorians. That is coming up. That's going to be on the 20. That video is going to be going to be uploaded on the 26th of November. That's less than a month away, and I got just I think two more videos to do, or starfighters, including this one. The next one is going to be on another TIE Fighter variant from the First Order, so that's going to be the one after this one. And I think I'm gonna throw this out there. The final week that video is going to be uploaded on the Grand Fleet, there's going to be a couple other videos I'm going to be uploading on, I believe, two of my other armies, mainly my Mandalorian army and my First Order armies. Both are very small, so they're going to be relatively quick, but definitely something to tune into. So with that out of the way, and without any further ado, onto the review. And here it is, set number 75240, Major Vonreg's TIE Fighter. This set was released back in 2019, has 496 pieces, and comes with 4 minifigures, all of which are unique to this set, which we'll go ahead and jump into. The first one is, of course, Major Vonreg himself. Nothing too special about this guy per se. I mean, he unfortunately does not have an actual face. He just has the black stud for a head. Of course, they never really showed who this guy looked like in the show of Star Wars Resistance, so unfortunately there's that. The set does include General Leia Organa, who does have two faces in this set. We also got Ziono. I'm pretty sure I'm mispronouncing that name, so correct me if I'm wrong, if I actually did pronounce it, but but his name basically escapes me. And the astromech droid, R1J5 or Bucket. So those are the 4 minifigs that come in this set, and as you can see in this photo here, these guys are pretty well detailed, including the astromech, which I'm not really exactly a big fan of the design per se. I mean, if you've seen the show Star Wars Resistance, the droid is just basically a much more poor condition or poor appearance compared to, say, Chopper from Star Wars Rebels. And of course, one of the big features that this guy has, aside from the middle leg that does not touch the ground, is the Rebel pilot helmet, which is actually a neat touch, but he doesn't exactly carry the traditional look of what an astromech looks like. It's just a more stripped down version of an astromech. And of course, both Kaz and Leia, they do have two-face, like I said before, for Leia, as you can see in this photo here as well. And of course, Vonreg, who's just the regular pilot, who is basically the specialized pilot who has it. And of course, these guys are detailed in the back, as you can see in this photo here, and well put together. I mean, I actually do like the fact that Vonreg has a red outfit in his design, and the helmet is actually it definitely stands out compared to other TIE Fighter pilots within the First Order, so it's kind of neat to have him stand out. And he was actually a prominent rival for Kaz, I believe, in Star Wars Resistance. Of course, he actually ends up meeting his fate, I believe, at the end of the first season. And I don't think there's anything too much left to say about the minifigs themselves, so I'll go ahead and move those guys out of the way, and onto the Starfighter itself. And I'm actually a big fan. I mean, out of all the different Starfighters, the TIE Interceptor, I would say, is either my second or my third favorite in the lineup of Starfighters, and this one actually does stand out aside from the color scheme, which is an awesome red and black, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said blue. But it's actually a neat design, and it's actually not entirely a legit TIE fighter is actually a TIE interceptor, which I do believe I said before, and I like the designs. I like the design aspect on it as well. The sucker actually has quite a number of guns. It's got the four tipped guns here on the edges, on the tips of the wings, but also has another pair of guns here on this, in between, right in the gap here, as well as on the other side, as you can see there as well. But the basic appearance, but the most practical look on this would have to be the cockpit piece, which once again they've reutilized again for any kind of given TIE fighter. It does open up both the front and the top. You can see the pilot in there as well. It's a little bit on the small side, but TIE fighters weren't really designed to be comfortable. And this sucker also does come with the spring-loaded missiles. Once again, I never put them in because I might accidentally spring them loose. And this sucker actually does have a feature to launch them. And of course, one of the neat designs I actually like is they actually kind of added on to the back, because I believe in the series this sucker actually can actually go into hyperspace, which a standard TIE fighter never really does. But this one does, and the sucker here actually launches the missiles. Go back and forth. It does go back and forth, as you can see here. But that's how you actually launch the missiles. But I never put them in anyways. And of course, you got a long distance antenna or a communications antenna that they stuck up here, which makes it look asymmetrical, which I actually like quite a lot. And I just like the color schemes and even the designs, especially on the wings. It's well put together. It definitely signifies that he is a Baron. I think there is actually a meaning behind the colors of the Starfighter. I think this pilot does have a title. I don't know if it is or not, but he is, his military rank is a major, but I think he was also given a title. I don't know what it was, but I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below if anyone who watches this and is familiar with the series. But this actually was a really fun build. I wish this thing was still available. I almost would get 2 more just because I actually like this design in particular. But given the fact that it's a legit characters TIE fighter, so it's basically customized for an individual. So I just rather get it just for the sake of having another different TIE fighter from the First Order. Oh, bless me. I'm sorry for that. But yeah, fun build, and I wish this set was still available, but this sucker was only available, what, 3 years ago? 4 years ago? 3 or 4? 2019, so yeah. But definitely a set that was definitely worth getting, especially for the characters that come in the set. I mean, this was actually I think this is the only few sets you can actually get Leia, although even though she is a unique character mainly from Star Wars Resistance, the animated program, I would almost not recommend watching that program if you have Disney Plus, that is, anyways, or if you haven't watched that series already. But some of the episodes were good, especially featuring this guy in particular. So I would say there's not much for me to say on this Starfighter. So that would be the review. So that was my review on Major Vonreg's TIE Interceptor, and if you like that video, please feel free to leave a like down below, and also leave a comment. And if you want to see more of my video reviews, then come join the Wolfpack by hitting the red subscribe button down below, and definitely tune in to see more reviews on more Star Wars related sets, all leading up to the review on my Grand Fleet, which is coming up, and I will keep saying that every video that I do. And this basically is the second to last of the Starfighters that I'm doing. The next one is going to be on another First Order TIE Fighter variant, and that's going to be the next one after this. So definitely tune into that if you want to see that. And I believe that is basically going to be it for this video. So all that's left for me to remind you that Jesus loves you more than Elmo and Barney, and I'll see you guys next time.